Kristen with Simply a Stewart, and I am back with kind of an impromptu, but on the bigger side, Costco haul. So we are having a few people over, not a lot, all immediate family type stuff, y'all, outdoors. But I have four kiddos. The two older kids got to have a joint birthday party back in like the end of January, and then all this craziness happened, and my two younger kids, our birthdays in spring, and so they usually share a birthday party like in April or so, and well, with the way the world was, that didn't happen, and so we decided just to do a small little get together outside for them, because they were kind of not understanding why their sisters got to have a party but they didn't. So we needed to go down and pick up a few things so that we would have what we needed. And so we just decided to, like I said last time, fill in the gaps kind of, and pick up some other things. We ended up finding a few more things than I anticipated. So like I said, it was an impromptu, supposed to be small haul, but it ended up a little bit bigger than anticipated. So I'm going to spin the camera around. I set out all the like frozen and cold stuff, and I'm going to show you guys that so my husband can start getting it put away. If you have not followed me before, we live about an hour and a half with traffic, about an hour though without traffic, so it wasn't as bad today, away from Costco. And then when we go to Costco, we always go and do other shopping kind of while we're out. So we take coolers and ice packs and all of that jazz. So some of this stuff really needs to get put away. So I'm going to share it with you guys, and then I will set up a second dairy haul kind of all the other stuff. So, all right, let's flip this camera around and show you what we got. All right, so here, these were the things I knew that we were like running out of. We go through a lot of veggies in our house, and we are not growing broccoli this year in our garden. We haven't had much luck at it. I'm going to try my hand again next year, but this year we were just having trouble getting plants and seeds and all of the things that we needed for our garden, so we did not even try it this year. And last year we didn't have such good luck, so we got 3 bags of those to kind of replenish. And our green beans are finally coming in, but they're being very slow, and what we are getting is not, it's only like enough for a meal or two every week. It's not enough, and we eat a lot of green beans. So we picked up 2 more bags of the frozen organic green beans, and then we got 2 bags of peas. We did not get a whole lot of peas out of our garden this year. Last year was our first year growing them. We had only grown like 2 or 3 plants just to kind of get the feel for it. They did well. We learned some things out of that, and so we did grow more pea plants this year, but I would say we got a little more than like 1 bag full. So they did supplement, but they definitely didn't. Our kids go through this a week. So we picked up a couple more of those. We were out of pineapple chunks, so I wasn't going for a whole lot of frozen fruit. We have other frozen fruit, but the kids really asked for these, so we picked these up. These were $7.99 a bag. These were $2.99 a bag. I can't remember the exact price on these, but their frozen vegetables usually run between $7 and $9, so $8 average for the bags on these. And then this was fairly, I want to say maybe $7.99 for this, $6.99. But my husband saw this. He is not a smoothie fan, but he really loves dragon fruit, and so he said he would try to make a dragon fruit smoothie. So we picked this up. If anybody has made a smoothie with dragon fruit, please share it down in the comments. I would love to hear what you put in yours as far as that. So, and then we found these good pops. So if you remember my last haul, I did get other good pops, and they were like what would remind you of like the rocket ship, the red, white, and blue. And my kids really love them. We still have some extras, which is awesome. But that is just not my favorite kind at all. And so I decided that I would pick these up and try them. Orangecicle's not my favorite, but I do like these. I don't care for those, so I got them strictly for the kids. So I got these. I got a box, actually 2 boxes to try, because I'm hoping that I might be able to have some of these on occasion. But you can see the ingredients there: coconut cream, organic orange juice, filtered water. So it does have a little bit of cane sugar, but I think as a treat that's okay, especially considering it's not like the first ingredient up here. And so the extracts, it really is a good product. So I'm super excited to try these. In fact, we might do popsicles tonight. They're having a sleepover with their cousin. So for the first time, and so I think we might come home and like all have a popsicle together. I think that would be a lot of fun. And then we got almond milk just to kind of restock our supply. If you follow us, you know we do almond milk and coconut milk in this house. We have been going through a ton of carrots actually, and so we have been buying in between. So I made sure I grabbed a bag of carrots while we were there. We got these, these will probably, I did not see an asterisk on them yet, but I'm guessing they will be going out of stock soon. So while I do have some, I picked some up because once they go out of stock, they don't come back in until the next like barbecue type season. These they always have, but we are out of these, so I picked up one of those. If you have seen my Vitacost haul, I just picked up some pizza crust and sauce, so I just wanted to pick up an extra thing of cheese. I had forgotten to check and see if we had any before we left, and the last time that I needed some, the kids went down and got it, so I wasn't sure. So I picked up one of those. I can always freeze it if I need to, but it usually lasts pretty long in the refrigerator. And then back here we got 2 sets of mushrooms. We really, really love mushrooms in this house, and it's actually partially through our week. It's a Tuesday when I usually shop on a Friday, so I did not shop last Friday. So we probably won't go through a whole one, even though, I mean, we'll go through this, but it will run longer than the usual time. We won't go through this by Friday, but I wanted to make sure I had extra for, like I said, that little get-together too. I'm going to set out a veggie tray, so... And then we got lettuce mix for dinner this week. And then the other one will be for my husband and I to have salads for the next couple days for lunch. We got a bag of potatoes. We just need to keep stocked up on potatoes. We do go through them, and we have not been up to the Amish to get any, so we picked up a bag from there. And then we did get 1 crate of eggs. If you know, we usually get our eggs from the farm. He was having trouble getting them to us, our farmer, lately. He is getting more in, but we are also getting to that season where I'm getting fearful we might not get as many eggs as we usually do. So we picked up 1 of these just to be certain we had enough. All right, and here's the rest of the stuff. So if you guys follow me, you know that this is definitely not the biggest haul, but it does have some different stuff in it. So I thought it was worth going ahead and doing. So over here, we're going to start. We got the sandwich bags and the quart freezer bags. These are because we are having a lot of stuff come in from the garden. I do some canning, but I also do some freezing of different things. It just depends on what the item is. So I wanted to make sure I had some freezer bags. And then just if we ran out of these, because we keep running out of these, that I can use these and set them inside the gallon bags, because I do have a lot of gallon freezer bags. So down here is the coconut water. My kids told me we are out, and I could not possibly go to Costco unless I was going to bring it home. So they use this in their smoothies mostly, but if they're out running around doing something that's like very high energy, and I don't mean just playing in the backyard, but if they're really losing those electrolytes, doing some kind of activity where it's really hot and stuff like that, we will use this instead of something like Gatorade or Powerade. Those kinds of things are filled with junk, but this will help replenish those electrolytes. So I make sure I always have this on hand for that, and then for the smoothies as well. We picked this up, and if you follow my channel, you know that I am a fan of Young Living, and I do a lot of Young Living stuff, and we do use Young Living detergent on a regular basis, but I just wanted to make sure that I had something else on hand. It feels like everything keeps going out of stock, not just Young Living, just overall. We've been waiting since the very first week of June for a new washer and dryer set, and it is not coming until the middle of September. So I just feel like we've been having shortages on all kinds of random things at random times, and I just felt a lot of people have talked about this and said that it was a really good brand, and they really trusted it. So I figured as a backup in the cupboard, it would be nice to have in case I ran out of my Young Living and, you know, I couldn't get it in stock because I can't go to my local grocer and pick this up. So I wanted to make sure that I had it on the chance that I would need it. We picked up these this time. This will be the first time we've ever used the Kirkland brand garbage bags, but I'm hoping that they are as good as some people say they are. Have any of you guys used these? Like, let me know. Drop a comment down there and let me know if they're any good. The ones that we picked up off of Amazon that were like the Amazon brand or whatever were no good. We didn't like them, but they were the best price at the time. And with the budget that we've been working on with the current COVID situation, I really need to try and watch. So we are going to make it through with those. But I figured I would pick these up because they were an excellent price as well. I think they were like $13 if I remember correctly, but there's 200 bags. So 10 cents per bag is usually my price point or less. And so that was definitely less. So I did pick that up. Then back there, y'all can see, my husband has a love of organic tortilla chips. So we have some back there. Those aren't all for him. My kids do eat nachos every once in a while on the weekends for lunch. And we bought a full extra bag for that little get together we'll be having and such. So, but, we have to keep these stocked in the cupboard because we never know, like I said, when we will be going back at this point. So we picked up a thing of coconut clusters. These are definitely one of my favorite snacks to have around the house. They are fairly clean ingredients. I will share them as I show them most times, so you can go ahead and pause real quick and look at that if you're interested. But pretty clean. These were on sale for $4.99 a bag. They're usually $6.99 a bag, so we do have a couple of them, but we've been trying to pick them up. We aren't doing a whole lot of get-togethers and things, but when we are doing anything, like with my in-laws, we do Labor Day and 4th of July and all of those, so just us and my in-laws. My kids like to take these over as like a junky snack that they don't get any other time. Or if we go over to my parents will sometimes have a bonfire, just us and them. And so, again, we take that over just as kind of a special snack. So, or if we've been having movie nights at home, that's something I let them have sometimes in the living room if we have like a family movie night. So we did pick those up as well. We picked up a few more maple syrups. These are, I believe, $10 or $10.99 a piece. We got 3 of those. We get a lot of our syrup from the Amish, but again, we have not been up to the Amish, and so we don't have any currently. And so I just wanted to make sure that I had them in stock because that's our main sweetener in this house. This is a new product to Costco, not a new product to me. I am super, super excited about this. I about lost my jaw when I saw it at the store. But this is, if you are familiar with 1 Degree, they are a really great sprouted brand. So these are sprouted and already they are gluten-free oats. So all oats are gluten-free, but they can have cross-contamination if they're not marked gluten-free. So, and then they are sprouted, which is like the amazing thing. If you don't know about sprouting, you should definitely look into it. So I am super excited to find these to make some granola bars and stuff, which I've been looking for some new recipes. So again, if you know one that you love, please, please direct me down in the comments. We are getting into the season where I'm doing a ton of preserving, and so I'm doing more baking. It's just that time of year for us. We just do a lot more kitchen work at this time of year, I guess, because everything's coming in from the garden, so I'm experimenting with all kinds of things. So if you guys have anything, drop it down in the comments. I found these for $6.99. I almost wish I would have bought 2, but I was really trying not to go like insanely over budget. They have these sometimes and they don't have these sometimes, but these are a fantastic little treat to take with us when we are on the go. If we're going to the park, if we used to take these all over if we were going shopping or whatever. We really aren't going anywhere, but we are going back to church. And currently they are not doing snacks, but if they go back to the point where they are doing any kind of snack, my kids take these for snack because they don't eat what's there. They often have like the junkier, more mainstream foods. So I will quickly flip this over. Let me see if I can find the ingredients. There you go. That's a lot, so you can pause it and look. But in general, pretty good ingredients. So, and then I was excited. They had almond flour. I didn't really feel like we needed any, but when I walked down the aisle, I noticed it was back to real normal price. So it is back down to $11.99. It had gone up to $13.99, and I was afraid that was a forever change. So Costco, way to go. You could drop the price because the supply has gone back up, and you guys did it. I'm really proud to shop there because of that. And then also the limit has been removed. So there was a limit for the past several times we've been down there of 2, and there was no limit anymore. So I did just go ahead and pick up 1 of those while we were there. My kids have been taking these to the park. This has been our park snack lately, so I just picked 1 of these up because if I remember correctly, these were on sale. My husband picked them up and threw them in the cart. So they must have been, because I told him we already had a full box at home. So, and then we got these. We do use these when we make Lunchables, which we haven't been doing a whole lot. Again, we haven't really been going anywhere. But we are planning a trip to like a drive-through safari kind of place. Um, and so I thought that those we will probably make Lunchables because it's about an hour drive away. And we also may or may not be going camping. And so that would be something easy to take along. So having those kinds of things also are good for camping. So, and then we have raisins, my kids' absolute favorite snack. If you could actually see behind me up here is my refrigerator, and I have the raisins hiding on top of there because my kids are just going through, like they will just open the bag and eat them randomly all day, and it would only take 1 day, 2 days for this entire box to be gone. So I had to put them up where my little two couldn't reach them, but we go through a lot of those. So even though I have a little bit in the cupboard still, I went ahead and I picked another box of those up. And then here are some random others. I don't pick up a whole lot of randomness, especially lately. I have not done that, but my husband found the shirt while we were there, and he said, I didn't go over, but it was $7. Let's see if I can flip it open for you. There you go. You can see he said he wanted to pick that up, so we picked that one up. And then I was looking at the books, and honestly, I loved a lot of the books they had this time. But these are what I chose to spend my money on because I wasn't spending my money on all of the books, even though I would have loved to have had them. So this was Math Made Simple. And I just thought it was a neat, easy, kind of easy read through, which I think might help my oldest because she learns in more of a Charlotte Mason style. And so it just, like, she just learns from reading. And so the way some of this was done and how it had the pictures that shows equivalents and different things, I just thought that this might be a good book for her. So with us starting the new homeschooling year and her moving into like those middle grades, she will be in 6th grade. And in the district we're in, they don't consider that middle school, but I know some districts do. So that she's kind of getting into that stage, and I just wanted her to have something that she could sit down and kind of look through that might help her a little bit more. But even this, like pictographs, that's for younger kids, so I don't know. I thought this was a really good book. I'm happy with that purchase. They had science made simple and engineering made simple. They may have had a few other things too. So that was a cool one. This one, if you know my kids, don't tell them, because I don't know if I'm giving this to them for the first day of school or if I'm putting it away for Christmas, but I thought this was such a cool book. This one was $9.99 and this one is $14.99. But this is a pop-up book. So yes, this is kind of, just a normal little flip. But as you get in here, that pops up. This is the page that totally sold me. If you look here, it has the ribcage section, and it has all of how you can see how it's all layered and how like your muscle is on top of your bone. And in here, you can see where everything is. So I'm not going to undo all of this, but you can see like how it folds in and what things are in front of what and how your heart is in correlation to your lungs and all of those types of things. So I thought that was really, really cool. Now, this will have to be mostly for my oldest because, and maybe even her, her sister, which is 9. Same thing here with the stomach. I think my little two will end up tearing this and making a disaster out of it. But I thought this was really cool to learn the locations of all the things in reference, and then it has all of this information. So I was really stoked about this. I think I'm going to put it away for their first day of school. So this will be hiding for now. So if you know my kids and you see them this weekend, aka my sisters, don't tell them it's coming. Don't ask them about it. But that is everything, guys. So that is everything. I'm going to go ahead and get this all put away. I've got to get the kids picked up, got to get dinner made, and then I have a bunch of stuff that we picked out of the garden yesterday that needs handled. So I've got a long night of work ahead of me, but I did want to share this little haul with you guys. So today in total we spent $424. I know 25 alone was from the books and then the 7 from the shirt. The rest of it was kind of groceries, so that gives you an idea. If you guys like these kinds of videos, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down there below, and we'll see you guys all next time. Bye.